Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Shanity Show. So, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail of this video, this is my Let's Go to Disney Part 2, the actual trip part. Before I really get into this though, I know I had the series of like photos and at the beginning before my intro, but I just wanted to like read them off to kind of just reiterate the whole point and keep talking about it. And at the time I'm recording this, it is like literally a month before my trip, like September 25th right now, so it's literally like a month out. And at this point in time, Jimmy Kimmel show has been aired again and they brought him back, but I just wanted to restate the photos, the text that I had at the beginning, just like I said, to keep talking about it and make sure we stay on Disney's case, despite the fact that I'm going to Disneyland in this video, and despite the fact that I have a couple more Disney videos coming up. Like, we need to stay on their case. So I'm gonna read off of the photos, read the text just verbatim, just to keep it easy and concise for myself and just to make it easier for you. I might ad-lib a little bit, but for the most part I'm just gonna be reading off. So if I'm looking down at my screen, that's why. I can't even begin to express my disappointment in the Disney company. It feels like it is a huge betrayal. Did Jimmy Kimmel have his mistakes? Sure, as humans, we all do. However, his firing came at a time and place where it is quite obviously an attack on the First Amendment, and it shows that our current administration obviously can't take criticism. It also goes to show how easily and sadly many companies capitulate to dictatorship. With all Disney has stood for up until this point, despite the controversies it has been a part of in the past, I, like many, would have expected better from the Disney company. Most of my videos up until this point, like I've mentioned before here on my channel, are recorded and scheduled in advance. Like I said, this part of my video is being recorded like a month in advance, and the actual video itself, it's being recorded a month in advance of my trip, and the video itself is going up about a month later. These Disney videos are no exception. I also realized I forgot a word, so I'm glad I'm reading this through. I limited my merchandise purchasing, stayed at an off-property hotel. I stayed at the Castle Inn Suites. I'm staying at the Castle Inn Suites. Stayed in an off-property hotel and have done my best to participate in the Disney boycott. I forgot that word. In the Disney boycott up until this trip, October 23rd through 24th, and afterwards. After today's video, I have one other video in about 2 weeks, give or take, where I talk about Disney. This will be the last time that I discuss the Disney company on this channel until they make it right, both for the people and our rights. And again, I know a little bit badly up here, they did reinstate Jimmy Kimmel show. I, probably like many others, expect some sort of word from Disney and Bob Iger about why the decision to remove his show was wrong. I expect some sort of comment from Disney and Bob Iger, and if Jimmy Kimmel wants to also comment about it, he can too, but I'm expecting something from Disney, which as of the time that I'm recording this part, has not happened. I may have a book tag or two in which I discuss Disney books, like a video where it's not a Disney book tag video, but I may have a book tag or two in which I discuss Disney books, whether actual Disney stories or published by or through Disney. So let's see, let me show an example real quick. So this with Disney book, a Twisted Tale anthology, and then the publishing is Disney Hyperion, so it could be either a Disney story like the Twisted Tale anthology or published through Disney Hyperion, just to clarify that. However, again, these videos were recorded and scheduled before this chaos, so like any book tags I have where I discuss a Disney book or a book published by Disney, those book tags were recorded and scheduled before this. However, the Disney video in 2 weeks, it's titled I Read These Books So You Don't Have to Disney Edition, will be the last official Disney-centered video I do until they correct their mistake that they have. they have quote unquote corrected it in the sense of they brought it back. Again, I'm expecting them to have some sort of statement. So, and in that statement has to include, I say this in the last photo, like, this will be the last Disney-centered video until they correct their mistake and come out with an apology to Jimmy Kimmel for the way they firing him the way they did. So they did bring his show back on the air. I'm still expecting a statement, which should include the apology. But, with all of that said, let's get into this vlog. So, yeah, we're gonna go with it because I, like many other people, find so much joy and pure happiness at the Disney theme parks through Disney, and I will admit it has been a little bit hard to boycott Disney. I've been doing my best to. I kept my Disney trip in place because there was so much planning and financing that went towards it, and like I said, I will be limiting my merchandise purchasing. I'm gonna try to bring as many snacks as possible. Meal wise, like, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself meal wise, just because, like, I'm going for 2 days. Our hotel stay is October 20. Let me double check when our trip is. I have to double check the calendar. Okay. So our trip is the 23rd and the 24th, and our hotel stay is the 22nd and the 23rd. So it'll be a little bit, I mean, we could kind of manage, but again, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself because that would just be more stuff to pack. So meal wise, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm going to bring a lot of snacks, so I'm not buying too many snacks at the parks. Obviously bringing my own water and doing what I can to minimize my purchasing on Disney property. But I'm gonna go with this just because there is a small part of me that just still needs this as like the last hurrah, you know, if that makes sense. But to show you what I will be wearing for my Disney mounts. Okay, so a little bit of a new angle. I will most likely be doing this hat at some point, this visor that I got. I think I did a video about it. And it's from Minnie's Castle, little visor. So this is how it looks. I absolutely love this. So one moment. I usually have the hat closer to this side of my room, which is why I showed that now. Outfit wise, I will most likely, of course it gets a little bit twisted. I will most likely be doing this dress. I got it last year at Eudora's Chic Boutique. This would be perfect for a Lottie Disney bound. However, I'm gonna do a Tiki Room Disney bound with this. And this is the skirt of the dress. The bottom. I'm most likely gonna do I am gonna do a Tiki Room dress with this. And I'm gonna show you the ears that I have for this after the fact. Oh, I have one of the pairs of ears here actually. 1 second. Okay, so for the Tiki Disney band, I'm most likely going to do this set of ears. I have a second option, which I might do, which I'll show after the fact, but this was up here. So I'm probably going to have these ones handy. And then as for my other outfits, I have to crouch a little bit. As for my other outfits, I have this as an option. It's this top with this skirt, and I have the matching lounge slide to go with this. I keep forgetting what the thing is. So this is an option. And then with this outfit, I'd probably do these ears. Again, these were just over here, which is why I grabbed them easily. Also, the pink floral dress, that is for sure an option. That's going to be one of the days. I haven't decided which day, but these other options that I'm showing you are going to be for the second day, whichever one I don't wear the pink dress to. So this is another option. My Sleepy Hollow dress. I did wear this 2022, and I might want to wear it again. We'll see. And then the third option is this Dr. Facilier dress. And I have my Dr. Facilier backpack to go with this. I have a Sleepy Hollow book bag to go with this. And those are my options for Disney bounds. Okay, I do have a lot of the Disney ears, but these ones are the main options. So this is the option number 2 for the Tiki Room Disney bound. This one definitely is more florally. The other one, color scheme orange and pink, matches a little bit more, but I could do Tiki Room for like the pink and the green. This one's option number 2. And then for later in the evening, part of the reason why I am doing the hat right there for part of the day is so that I'm not wearing the ears for a full day, because that can get a lot. So I do want to wear a pair of ears at least for a little bit throughout the day, which is what I'm going to have, at least for the Tiki Room Disney bound. I'm going to have a pair of ears accessible to wear it for a little bit, but as like an option 3 for Tiki Room Disney bound, I'm going to have this bow. And I got this like 2018, I want to say, and I think they were doing like a test run. I don't think these were very popular, where I'm not going to bother getting it, but I didn't get the correct ears for these, where there is a set of ears. Let's just pretend this is a blank set of ears. It'd be a black set of ears with a little loop like right here that you could then stick the clip into, and it would go like this. Or you could stick it on the ear itself and have it, or you could stick it like this on one of the ears and be like that. Again, I didn't get the right ears for doing right in the center, but I could very easily, where's a good ponytail example, I could very easily have my hair pulled back, and this is just like a rough and ready example. So very easily just pull my hair back and then put it in, because this is a heavy enough bow that it needs something to support. So that's that. That will be my third option for Disney for Tiki bound. And then for Tiana, also for all of these outfits, I will have a change, or for most of them, for most of the outfits, I will have a change of clothes for later in the evening. So usually it's a pair of leggings and then a top and a Spirit jersey, and just for comfort wise. And usually it just kind of matches the color scheme or the vibe I'm going for. Like for that pink floral dress, I'll probably do like red leggings and an orange top to match this, or like maybe a green top. We'll see. I haven't fully decided on the later in the evening Disney bounds. And then for the Tiana Disney bound, again, it will probably be like a black pair of leggings and a green top, or a black pair of leggings and my beignet all day shirts. And I haven't fully decided, but I'll probably have the best beignets on all of New Orleans Spirit jersey sweatshirts. It's more of a sweatshirt. I got it from Hot Topic, I think, or Box Lunch. Anyway. And then for the Sleepy Hollow and Dr. Facilier dresses, I probably won't do a second outfit for later in the day, because those are pretty long and keep me warm. So anyway, back to the ears. For Tiana, ear option number 1 for Tiana is this set of ears, or that one. This is option number 2. This one might go a little bit better color scheme wise, just with the light green. I love how I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the stop button instead of pause. This one might work a little bit better with the light green, going with like the lighter green and the yellow and the bluish green. We'll see, but I might also do that one for some contrast. And then if I do my beignet all day shirt, I will probably do the set of ears for the evening. Again, I'm not gonna be, these actually still smell like beignets, like not good beignets. They did like a day or so ago, maybe it's just gone, but I'll probably wear these. I usually try to style my hair a little bit. What I do, I'm getting off track here, but whatever. What I do when I'm wearing my Disney ears is I kind of like to have some hair framing my face with my Disney ears to make it look quote unquote more natural. So I'll bring some forward, push my hair back, and then I'll kind of go down like this, and then I'll just brush through like that, so it's kind of like a little bit more natural. So this is what I do when I wear my Disney ears. Yeah, I'll probably wear these if I wear my beignet all day shirt, and only if I wear that shirt because I would want it to be matching. And then for both for the Sleepy Hollow dress and the Dr. Facilier one, I will be wearing these ears. And I don't know, like, I don't have any other like hair accessories to wear for later in the day. The Tiki Room hat won't really, I mean, the Tiki Room hat might work for the Tiana Disney band, or might work well with it color scheme wise. So we'll see. I might do Tiana just for color scheme so I can wear the hat a little bit more, but we'll see. These are my ideas. You'll know when I'm packing. You'll know by the time I'm packing what Disney bands are coming with me or not. So I'll see you all. I guess you'll see me in a minute with the packing stage. It's time to start packing. I'm gonna turn on my wax warmers real quick just to get a nice scent in, go into my room. Oop, there we go. I'm not packing the outfits until tomorrow. But to show you what I'm gonna wear, the first day, it's gonna be this plain yellow top, just because the top that goes with the skirt is not gonna be the most conducive for certain drop parts. And I don't want to risk anything because it's not bra conducive either. So it's a plain yellow top that's like 3/4 sleeves, and then this skirt, it's a loungefly skirt. And then to get the backpack real quick, it's this matching loungefly backpack. I have my Tiki Room visor, and then these Tiana headband, this Tiana ear headband for during the day or like later on. And then for later in the evening, it's going to be this shirt, beignet all day, with a pair of like dark blue leggings, and then these ears. On the back it says beignet all day. Now this is an official Disney sweatshirt. It's just not Spirit jersey, but doing this for the evening for once it gets cooler. And then day 2, which is Friday, is going to be this dress, which I got at Eudora Chic Boutique. And then I'm going to wear the Tiki Room visor that I showed earlier. And then for when it gets later in the day, I'm going to wear these ears. And then in the evening, the Spirit jersey. And for the actual outfit for later in the day, because I will have a change of clothes, these Tiki Room leggings from Park Candy. And then this Tiki Room shirt. So that's going to be later in the day, and then once it starts getting a little bit chillier, I'm going to put on the Tiki Room sweatshirt, which I showed. And then I have a poncho for Tiana. So I have this bag packed since this is the first day bag. I have my wallet in there, a little pouch for female, let me sit down, a little pouch for feminine care, and then I have my wallet, I have my poncho in here. And then at some point after we go on Tiana's ride, I'm probably going to put the poncho into the locker that we're going to get. And I'll also have my water bottle. So that's first day packed. And again, these are just hanging there using the ear clip. And that way it just makes it a little bit easier so I don't have to shove them into my bag or like carry them around too many places. And this I'm wearing the first day as well, just because color scheme mostly matches, and I might not want to wear the ears all day. So that is this. And then I have this Remy pouch with feminine care products, just because I don't want them like hopping around in my room, and 2, I'm supposed to be starting my cycle soon, so if I'm gonna have the proper necessities on just in case I start during the day before like a bathroom break, but I'll have the necessities just in case I do start at Disneyland. And then this bag, what was that? I have no idea. Oh, I know what that was. Oh, right. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that too. Jeez, I'm glad I looked over here. So, one moment. So as I was saying, tomorrow I'm gonna get this bag ready, but this will basically have some extra essentials. This is gonna stay in the locker, and it'll just basically have the change of clothes for that specific day, an extra water bottle, and other little stuff that we might need access to. And it'll just be in there just for like safeguarding, safekeeping, just in case we need to step out. And again, like what I did last year and what I have just officially implemented is partway through the day is going to be like the change of the day. So basically it's not quite going to be like at the halfway point, but kind of maybe like 3/4 of the way. I'm going to change it to something a little bit more comfortable, or whenever I feel like I need to be a little bit more comfortable, I'm going to change into something more comfortable. And then, which will be like the top and leggings pairing for that specific day. And that's where the backpack will be, where what I was wearing goes into until we go back to our hotel, at least the first day. And then second day, we're just going straight home after the park. So anyway, what I had found was this, because when I'm not feeling, I have a little ponytail for it, but when I'm not feeling like wearing the headband, or when it's too dark to wear the visor, this will be a good little thing to just roughly, I'm gonna do like a half ponytail. I don't know. Oh, my earrings. Glad I'm remembering a bunch of stuff. So just like a rough little half ponytail, and this goes above it, just like that. So there's that. And then earrings, I'm not going to do a necklace just because I'm not going to. And then earrings, I'm going to do, I have these B ones in, and then I have Dole Whip earrings, which I'm going to do both days. And I'm dying to try the Sunday thing that they have. These are my Dole Whip earrings, and we're really happy with the Dole Whip earrings. And again, I'm wearing these both days just to make it easy, but I will be taking them off on certain rides that might need me to take off. Ears, that's when these are going to come off too. So yeah, I'm not doing a lot of packing right now just because it's kind of late and I'm kind of tired, but I'm getting off of work early tomorrow, so I will be able to come home and kind of just finish up packing and organizing. But I got the main stuff set aside so that it'll be a little bit easier to pack tomorrow. Okay, so I also forgot that I need my knee braces for walking around because I have bad knees. So I need those, so I have those set aside as well. Okay, so I also forgot that I need my knee braces for walking around because I have bad knees. So I need those, so I have those set aside as well. Everything is fully packed now, and we're going to be heading out in about an hour and a half. And I'll take you along with me. And yeah, we're just going to go to Disney. You'll see makeup look and full look day have for each day. And yeah, they're coming along with me at this point, as we all know.